Now, earlier in the program, we shared that at least 119 inmates escaped from a custodial facility in Suleja near Nigeria's capital of Abuja after heavy rains on Wednesday night damaged that facility. Our Arise correspondent Ferdinand Duroha is live at Suleja prison to give us an update. Ferdinand, great to have you. We did see you asking some questions to the Minister of Interior. Please fill us in on what's going on at this time.
All right, thank you so much. And we got here and then quickly joined that particular press conference. And before that, well, the minister did go in, being accompanied by the controller, the Controller General for Prisons, and to have an assessment of the damage that did take place. Well, in the city of Abuja, we've not had plenty of rains, but yesterday, quite a weather, quite a storm, and that the facility, part of the facility, caved in, and that provided the opportunity for some of the inmates to indeed flee. Now we're talking about 119, but thankfully, well, we've seen about 10, like we hear, who have indeed, been rearrested, and let's hope that we will see more coming. And it's a similar situation everywhere. Talking about the state of our facilities, our correctional facilities. We were hoping, when it was changed from prison facility to correctional facilities, that we were going to have something sort of a turnover. Let's see something being done to it, well, in terms of a facelift, in terms of the quality. But sadly, we didn't get to see that much. And by that, I mean the fact that the facilities, very little have been done to uplift them. And also, when you talk about that, they are not just full, but then they are filled beyond capacity, where we're talking about a facility that is supposed to hold about 250, just like the minister did tell us, but right now holds as much as 499. And with that kind of number, you definitely want to say a whole lot of things can go wrong. And yes, things did go wrong yesterday when a part of the facility caved in, and in the rain, some chaos happened, and we hear that 119 did escape. 10 have been rearrested. We'll continue to follow up, and then hopefully that the authorities will be able to arrest them.
All right, thank you for that update, Ferdinand. Now, of course, the minister also sounded very optimistic about, making sure the rest of those inmates are captured. But what's the security situation like over there at the moment?
Okay, well, from what we hear, it's calm. Well, nothing much, and usually we've been in a couple of places. Well, we didn't see any of the prison breaks, any of the jail breaks last year, but in the last 4 years, we did have quite a number. I remember we were in Kuje. I remember also that we were in Cotton Cafe in Kogi State. I remember also that we were in Kaba also. We were also in Edo. We were also in Imo State. Well, you put a number together and you see that in the last 4 years, we've had close to more than 12 of them. And usually the practice is immediately it happens, the inmates, they take to the streets. Well, for some of them, that have been recaptured, just like we saw in Kuje. Well, some of them were captured in Mina, some of them were captured in faraway Kano State, and then even some weeks later, some months or weeks later, we still saw some of them, who were paraded by the police for having committed some more crimes. So usually we expect we don't expect much situation within this period. Well, this is a period where whoever runs away or whoever takes off wants to see how far you can go. But then sadly, these people most times get to go back and then reconnect with whatever connections that they have. Now that's exactly when you begin to see the chaos. So for now, I think the authorities, they are combing. If you look around, you see definitely that there are lots of security operatives, and as it is, it's not just left in the hands of the officials of the custodial centers alone. Well, we've seen some military presence. Well, also we've seen the police also around, and so they are all trying to see how well they can put the efforts together to rearrest these people. Sometime, possibly, maybe during the week, we hope to see pictures like we did see in the case of Kuje, and then also I think it was in Kaba also, where they did put out some pictures of the inmates. Sadly, sometimes because of documentation reasons and because of the fact that, well, some of them are not convicted inmates, it definitely does take some time to process these things. So, well, we will continue to put the pressure on the system and hope that things are done properly.
Well, thank you so much, Arise correspondent Ferdinand Duroha, for that update. We look forward to more from you. Thank you very much.